Did you know the average Viking dies within the first 90 seconds of entering the plains? Okay, I made that up, but if you've been there, you know it feels true. You've just conquered the mountains, maybe even started to feel confident, and then sting, dead. Welcome to the plains, wide open, full of promise, and even full of pain. I've already made every mistake you can imagine during my playthroughs, so you can learn from mine, and then probably invent some fresh ones of your own. In this guide, I'll show you how to survive your first encounters, build a solid outpost, and even tame a lox, without losing your dignity. So let's make sure you keep your loot before you have to death run for it. Why the plains are worth it. Loot, upgrades and more. So why bother? Because this place is stacked with upgrades. Flax and Barley unlock high-end food and advanced armor. Black metal turns into tools and weapons that actually hold up in Mistlands and beyond. The tar gives you access to darkwood, which means cooler builds and better bragging rights. Lox resources unlock a new cape and better food as well. Wind, of course, the totems you need to summon the plains boss Yagluth. What to watch out for and how this guide will help you win. The plains might look peaceful, bright skies, gentle hills, quite enough to let your guard down. But don't! Danger here doesn't announce itself, it waits, and then it hits. Hear a buzzing sound? That's not ambience. That's a Deathsquito lining you up for a dive bomb. Laughter in the distance? That means Fulings. And no, they are not laughing with you. Big fluffy creature wandering around. That's a lox. Looks like a giant sheepdog. Stomps like a raid boss. Spot a bonfire? That's a Fuling camp. Do not stroll in like you own the place. A weird black puddle? That's a tar pit. And it's usually full of angry blobs. See a tower or some strange stone structure? That's a Fuling outpost. Guarded, dangerous, and definitely not your new home. Unless you clear it out first. Then hey, by all means, move in. Next we'll cover how to survive your first encounters, secure the most important resources, and take down the boss. Already scouting from your boat? Good instinct. Don't sail too close yet. Look for flying dots in the air. But with one missed arrow, you've got a Deathsquito on your deck. Not recommendable. Try entering the plains from a neighboring biome if you can. And please set up a portal somewhere safe. That's not cowardice, that's strategy. Because the plains aren't a biome you just wander into. They're a biome you prepare for. How to stay alive. Prep is everything. So let's talk about what that really means. Gear, potions, weapons, and how to actually stay alive long enough to enjoy the view. Armor first. If you like to move fast and dance around your enemies, go with Fenris armor. If you prefer to stand your ground and take a few hits, wolf armor is your friend. It really depends on your style. Just don't walk in wearing troll hide and a smile. For weapons, you've got options. Silver Sword, Frostner and Fenris Claws. All of them hit hard and stay useful for quite a while. And if you're into blocking and staggering, bring a good shield. It's not glamorous, but it's often the thing that keeps you alive. And yes, you need a bow. The Huntsman bow is perfect for pulling enemies one by one. At least in theory, they don't always play fair. Potions bring healing and stamina meat, obviously. But if you've unlocked them, Ratatosk and Anti-Sting can change everything. Suddenly those first few encounters feel less like chaos and more like a manageable combat. Still haven't found the Borg Witch? Now's the time. She unlocks feasts, several new meats and crafting options that you will want to have in future progression. The best chance to find her is circling around the central and sail close to any swamp coast. Once you spot her icon, go shopping. It's worth the detour. Her offerings can completely shift your early plains experience. Leave a portal near her to return later for more. And if you are planning to build a proper outpost, which you absolutely should, bring supplies with you. Around 30 iron and 6 copper will save you a ton of back and forth later when you start crafting black metal gear and the upgrades that come with it. No one wants to keep sailing back every time to smelt a few bars. Set yourself up once and enjoy chaos with a proper outpost to retreat to and more, which we will discuss later. Plains combat, what to expect and how to stay alive. So, you've prepped, stocked your boat, maybe even rehearsed your dramatic entrance. But the moment you set foot in those sunny hills, things get real. The plains don't ease you in. They throw things at you, literally. First up, Deathsquitos. These annoying little torpedoes are faster than your reflexes and meaner than they look. If you're lucky, you'll hear the buzz. and shoot them out of the air with a single arrow. If you're not, well, block, strike, breathe. They go down fast, but they don't forgive mistakes. Anti-sting meat helps, so does pierce resistance from the root harness. Just don't wear it around anything flammable. Then come the Fulings, the true heart of the plains. There are regular melee-type spear throwers who always miss until they don't, and the shamans who will keep their friends alive while tossing fire at your face. Make those your first target. And then there's the Berserker, which hardly can be overlooked. Best to clear the little guys first, then deal with him. They are slow, but the range of their attack can be underestimated. So until you have the right armor to take a hit or block, keep your distance and shoot them. You'll find Fulings and small patrols and bigger camps. Both can turn into chaos if you rush in. So don't. Use a bow to pull one or two at a time. Backtrack if you have to. The safest way to conquer their camps is to build a pillar with your hoe and lure them out, and then kill them from above. And then there's the tar pits. Beautiful in a this will kill you kind of way. The blobs in there, the growths, are slow, sticky and widely aggressive. Their tar splash poisons you and slows you down, which makes dodging a real pain. Fire arrows work great though. They're surprisingly flammable. But hey, they hate everyone. So if you're near Fueling Camp, just sit back and watch nature heal itself through mutual destruction. Once they're clear and you're ready to grab some tar for building, dig a trench to drain the pit so you can actually loot it. At some point you'll see logs, or more likely several. Don't let the cuddly giant look fool you. They will end you, but they are also valuable. Their meat is used in some of the best late-game food. They are best fought one by one. Shoot with frost arrows that slows them or fire arrows that burns them. A pillar or simple boulder is also helpful in case you get in trouble. Eventually, you'll need a foothold. Not only for your logs farm, maybe, but since barley and flax only grow in the plains for now, sooner is better. Pick a spot just outside a tar pit zone, near the shore if possible for easy future exploration. You want to be able to reach it safely, portal back quickly and build without being interrupted every 30 seconds. Set up your forge, windmill, and your new blast furnace and plant your flax and barley in neat little rows. How far you go with that outpost is up to you. Build it as simple or sophisticated as you like. A good base in the plains turns this whole biome from hellish ambush zone into, hey, this is kind of cozy. And if you want a steady supply of great food, consider a logs farm as well. Taming logs. Because why wouldn't you want your own fluffy death hippos? Aside from looking majestic, tamed logs provide a steady supply of meat which will stay relevant for a long time, especially in late game food combos. Find a logs near your outpost. Sneak up and throw some cloudberries. If you see yellow hearts, the taming process has started. Now stay close, within about 60 yards, or the process will pause. You can work on your outpost or gather resources nearby, just don't wander too far. Once tamed, build a thick stone wall or a pit around them. If they get aggroed, well, let's just say they don't go down quietly. They'll stomp everything around them, I mean everything. Obviously, you need a second one if you want to breed them. Want an automated farm? Check out Zerger's Logs Farm. It's low maintenance, safe, efficient and perfect for stocking up on pelts, trophies and meat without constant trouble. Plains resources you don't want to miss. Let's take a quick look at the resources that actually make the plains worth it. Because it's not just about the surviving, it's about upgrading. Barley, found inside fueling camps, either growing or tucked away in chests. As mentioned, only grows in the plains, and the same goes for flax, also only found in fueling camps. With a new spinning wheel, you can turn it into linen thread, and that's your ticket to new equipment. Black metal scraps, drops from every fueling. If you're fighting, you're collecting. Smelted in the blast furnace into bars. Needed for plains tier weapons, tools and the big black metal chest. You won't need them for the armor, but they'll come in handy later, so don't leave them behind. We talked about that earlier. Dangerous to get, absolutely worth it if you like building and want to unlock more aesthetic options. Cloudberries, scattered across the plains. Used for food, meats and taming logs. Grab them as you go. They stack up fast. Sharpening stone and grinding wheel. The stone can be found in fueling camp chests. Use it to craft the grinding wheel and upgrade your forge. Forge upgrades. Remember I told you to bring at least 30 iron with you? To craft plains tier weapons and armor, your forge needs to hit level 4. With the iron and copper you brought, you'll be able to set up the forge, grinding wheel, forge bellows and smith's anvil right at your outpost. That means you're ready to craft new weapons on the fly. More iron. You'll need even more iron if you want to craft the padded armor. That means heading back into the swamp or returning to your main base to forge it there. Linen can travel with you through the portal. So, unless you enjoy sailing halfway across the world, prep like I told you. Yagluth totems, sometimes found in camps or outposts. You'll need 5 of them to summon Yagluth, so don't leave them behind. Facing Yagluth, the king of the plains. So, you've braved the plains, gathered your totems and now stand before Yagluth's altar. His impressive figure isn't just for show. He's got a fiery temper and the attacks to match. But first, finding Yagluth. Locating Yagluth can be a challenge. His summoning altar is found in the plains marked by large stone fingers poking up from the ground. While a Vegvisir rune can reveal his location, they are often hard to find, in general inside stone formations in the plains. Often it's easier to sail along the coastlines, keeping an eye out for the formation. Patience is key. Sometimes it takes exploring multiple plains areas to find them. Preparation. Clear the area. Before summoning Yagluth, eliminate any nearby Fulings, Deathsquitos or Loxes that could interfere during the fight. Set up a portal. Place a portal at a safe distance from the altar. If things go south, you'll appreciate a quick escape route or a safe way to return in case you die. Time it right. Begin the battle in the morning. Nightfall brings additional threats and you don't want unexpected guests crashing the party. Gear up. Equip your best armor, padded armor or Fenris armor for mobility and inbound fire resistance. Weapon choice. Yagluth isn't weak to anything in particular, but he's resistant to fire and very resistant to pierce, so put the bow away unless you're trying to stop his healing. Use blunt or slash weapons instead. Frostner, porcupine or even a good old silver sword will all get the job done. Potions. Fire resistance barley wine is a non-negotiable, at least if you're not wearing the Fenris armor. Bring along medium healing and stamina meats to keep you in the fight. Understanding his attacks. Meteor shower. He raises his left arm with a red glow. The meteors are incoming. Keep moving and use stone pillars for cover. Fire breath. A sweeping flame attack that's best avoided by staying close or circling behind him. Ground slam. If he's raising his right arm glowing bluish, signals a powerful area attack. Time your dodge roll to evade it. Boss fight reality check. It's not just meteors. So far, all theory. But let's be honest, Yagluth can be a real pain in the ass, especially when you're fighting solo. He has a massive health pool at spawn mid-fight and you can get smacked by meteors even when you think you're in cover. If the arena is uneven or you get stuck in some terrain while dodging, it can go downhill fast. So here are my best tips to actually get you through the fight. Prep a safe zone. Raise a wall near the summoning area and flatten the ground around it. That gives you a fallback spot when the pillars get wrecked or the boss terrain is a mess. Secure your portal. Use existing structures like fueling buildings as a buffer. Just don't put it too close. Expect to die. It's fine. Place a chest at your spawn with spare food, meats and a backup armor set. The first time you die, it's a lifesaver. The second time, at least you can reapply your rested buff and your meats. And get back with a plan. Anti-sting is invaluable. Deathsquitos can and will probably join the fight. The meat makes them irrelevant. Drink it. Keep your buffs active. Reapply fire resistance and anti-sting if they run out. And don't forget to actually drink your healing or stamina meats. Save the hoarding for treasure, not potions. clear ads first. Use the pillars or your wall to break line of sight with Yagluth while you deal with incoming Fulings or other pests. Prevent spawns if possible. Placing workbenches or other structures around the arena can reduce new spawns. Doesn't stop everything, but it helps. Keep pressure on Yagluth. If you're forced to kite or doing a death run, take any chance to land a hit. He passively heals over time. Even a weak shot will interrupt that and buy you breathing room. If you are struggling with a face-to-face battle, there's a cheesy method that can work, even though it's not fail-proof. Dig a deep hole near the altar, just deep enough that you are slightly below ground level. Place bonfires in 2 corners and a workbench inside. Cover the hole with wooden flooring, leaving just enough space to attack. From this position you can attack Yagluth while being protected from his attacks. However, this method can be unreliable and may detract from the intended challenge of the fight. Use it only if you're finding the battle undoable otherwise. After the battle, you did it! You did it! That wasn't easy, but you faced the chaos, survived the meteors, and came out victorious. Now grab a drink, pat your locks, and tell every boar back at home you slayed a giant glowing skeleton with meteor fists. Take a moment to breathe it in. Loot Yagluth's remains to claim your torn spirit, an important ingredient for something special you'll need in the Mistlands, your next major challenge. And don't forget to activate Yagluth's Forsaken Power at the Sacrificial Stones. It grants resistance to elemental damage, handy when your future leads you somewhere even hotter or colder. So what's next? The Mist calls. You've conquered the plains. That's 5 brutal biomes behind you. Victory well earned, but this is Valheim and rest is a luxury, because somewhere beyond the fog, your next trial is brewing. The Mistlands await, and they don't play fair. If this guide helped you survive long enough to craft a black metal axe and you feel briefly unstoppable, drop a like, subscribe for more, and share it with that one Viking friend who always forgets the portal. And remember, legends aren't born, they die, respawn, and prevail. Skål!